Cycling has many different disciplines: road, track, cross, gravel, time trial, and the list goes on, all with the same common denominator. They all involve a bike. But if you look at each individual discipline, they're actually quite different. And it's always been in my interest to put myself against a pro in another discipline, do their training, do their regime, find out how it differs from my full-time training as a road bike pro. So, I'm gonna change out this for something like this. Oh. Before we start though, I have never done any sort of specific training towards mountain biking, so this is something I'm really interested in. So I've recruited someone who knows a little bit more than I do about cross-country mountain biking. Welcome, Ollie Beckingsale. Ollie is an ex-professional mountain biker representing Britain in the Olympic Games on 3 occasions. He's been national mountain bike champ 5 times and also picked up 2nd at the Commonwealth Games. So this is a man who's been there, done it, and got the t-shirt. Ollie has now moved into a coaching role, put his expertise and a wealth of knowledge and wisdom into up-and-coming mountain bikers, a bit like me. Which makes Ollie the perfect candidate to put me through my paces. Right, let's find out what Ollie set me.
If we first of all, the difference between your road racer and your cross-country mountain bike racer, actually is not a huge amount of difference between the two. It's more just fine-tuning. The important things that Hank's got, he's going to have a big engine already, so he's going to have that high anaerobic threshold. He's going to have a decent sprint on as well. He's won a few kicks in his time, so he's actually got the basic things we already need. What we need to do is really make sure we keep his base fitness in place and add some key mountain bike sessions on the top. So the kind of week I've set Hank is almost a week, probably I'd set an athlete pre-season or maybe in a gap between big races. There's a couple of sessions in there to keep his base fitness, of course maintaining that base, and it underpins the intensity. A couple of hard turbo sessions, really working one above and below threshold and one working on some really hard accelerations. We're going to do 2 mountain bike sessions, one with some really intense 2-minute climbs and then dropping into some technical descents, and a classic of mine, the old short track. So you go 15 minutes and you're working harder than race pace. So it's working not just fitness, but skills as well. I think overall, Hank is going to do amazing. I think he's got the right skills. Some road racers don't transfer to mountain biking very well, but I think he's got the skill. He's already got a bit of a burst and a sprint, and I think as well, a transfer over pretty well.
So I've got to be honest, when Ollie said he was building me a mountain bike program specific to mountain biking, I was expecting to go on the trails. I mean, at least ride the mountain bike. But actually, a lot of the training's done on the turbo. I mean, you can imagine it's really good for fitness and it's good for interval training, and the session I've got is very much interval training. 20-minute gradual warm-up at zone 2. Straight into a 1 minute on at zone 5, then 1 minute off at zone 3. Repeat this 5 times. A quick 10-minute recovery at zone 2. Another 1 minute on, 1 minute off session repeated 5 times. And finally, a 10-minute recovery at zone 2 until the end. So, seems fairly similar. Something I've done before. Right, now for a 20-minute warm-up. Right, that's warm-up complete. 10 minutes. I got a minute now at zone 3. So I'm gonna try and hold 300 watts. Really starting to hurt now. It's just not getting the recovery. 10 seconds left. Oh. That was brutal. I am glad that is over. That was a tough turbo session. I gotta admit, I didn't think mountain bikers went that deep, but there we go. I reckon I could have used some of them back when I was riding. I mean, I would definitely think that would have helped in those short hour-long crits. Right, now to head out on the mountain bike. See a bit of dirt. Hopefully this session won't be so hard. Today the session's on dirt, an hour and a half session. I've got half an hour easy, zone 2, and then I've got 2 15-minute sessions down the short track. Down a descent, back up, again and again for 15 minutes, zone 4, zone 5. So it's gonna be pretty tough. I guess this is my first experience of what a proper mountain bike train ride's like. And to be honest, I'm quite enjoying it. Woo! Oh, nearly fall off. Guess this is my first, well, mountain bike mechanical. I've actually just broken my chain. Not ideal. And what's worse is I don't have a quick link with me. Seems like today's mountain bike session has ended with me walking home. That's broken chain fixed, and I'm ready to go again. So I've just done my 30-minute warm-up, which is quite similar to my road bike sessions before I get into intervals. Now, I guess I'm here for my short track efforts. Yeah, this is gonna be quite hard. I'm gonna start from here, round the bottom of the field, back up. I'm gonna see how long I can, well, how many laps I can do in the 15 minutes I've got. And I guess I've got to finish absolutely nailed, I guess. So, here goes. On your marks, get set, go! Up, 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 up! That's 15 minutes done. I'm on to the top now, and then I finish. I can't believe that session 1 done. And I went so deep. 15-minute effort. Wow. But 15 minutes with the heart rate just through the roof, that's painful. It's now into my second 15-minute effort. Oh, my legs are still sore. Are you on your marks? Yes, sir. Go up, 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 up. That's lap 1 done. That hurt. Yeah. 2 15-minute efforts. I guess it's time to see the results. But that was brutal. How does that compare to a road bike crit? I feel like that was harder. Session complete. Ollie Beck. That was brutal, mate. Oh, it's quite nice actually. Getting out on the mountain bike, enjoying the countryside. As always, making sure the gate's locked. And enjoy 30-minute nice spin home. Beautiful. And today I've been set 2 sessions. One is by road, cross and mountain bike legend Pauline Ferrand-Prevot. Triple world champion, holding the road, cross and mountain bike titles all at once. Yeah, so today's a core session. So I've made it to my local gym. This is BPF Gym, who've kindly lent me the space to try this insane session set by Pauline. Yeah, it seems pretty difficult to be quite honest, and I'm not really looking forward to it, but the thing I really want to find out is how the core sessions work and to what she does, but also how we can transfer that into road, because, well, to be honest, I don't think road riders do as much core and work on their ability and their stability on the bike than our mountain bike counterparts. I mean, look at Sagan, Mathieu van der Poel. These guys have seriously good core. They work hard on preparing their body and their upper body to look after themselves while on the bike. Hence why they're so agile on the bike, and they're able to transfer all that power into the bike to move it forwards. It's all done with this TRX. Now, a TRX is used a lot with cyclists, mountain bikers, or all different sorts of exercise, all different sorts of athletes, and it really does work on your balance and your stability, and it's all done with your body weight, so no weights needed, and it's really quite duff. I've done it before, but I haven't done anything like this session.
Hello guys, this is Pauline Ferrand-Prevot from Canyon SRAM team. Here is my core work with the TRX. So I hope you will enjoy it, and yeah, it's pretty hard, but you have to keep smiling and yeah, be strong. Bye bye.
Right, let's do it. The exercises she has set me are pretty tough. 8 different sets using different positions on the TRX. So this is engaging all my core. Combined, there is a total of just under 7 minutes holding various plank positions and 55 reps. And I've got to do it twice. Savage. You can tell from my facial expression, this is not an easy session. And I'm already in the first set. Oh. Right. First, core session done of Pauline's. And now I've got 10-minute rest. I feel like I need longer, but 10 minutes rest, and then I've got to do it all over again. Very tiring. So that's my core session done. Thank you so much, Pauline, for sending that through. I mean, admittedly, that was horrendous. But it just shows that mountain bikers doing that kind of strength and core work really does work, and it benefits you in enabling you to have better stability, better balance, using the TRX and just working on your whole core. We can really benefit from some of that as road riders. So that's my core session done. Now it's on to my turbo session, so this afternoon's workout. Hopefully it's not going to be as hard as that one because, I mean, I'm sore. Right. See you for another day. And I'm back on the turbo. Yeah, after my hard core session. This afternoon's workout is working on my sprint. So that's second max sprints with 24 seconds recovery in between the 6-second max sprints. And it goes on for 10 minutes. So I've got 20 max sprints. I've got 5 minutes in between to recover. And then again, another 10 minutes of 6-second max, 24 seconds off, 6 seconds on, 24 seconds off. Whew. Hard sprint session coming up. I never did 6-second sprints. I always did around 30 seconds, but then I was never a sprinter. But I guess this is definitely gonna help my explosive power. All right, without further ado, I mean, here goes. Right, so that's a good solid warm-up done. Now into my sprints. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got a serious burn on my legs. Heart rate is quite high. 24 seconds is not enough recovery for me. Ah! Oh, I think I'm done being on my limit. Right, I'm gonna enjoy this recovery now. Oh. So that's my second turbo session, mountain bike specific, done. And again, it was brutal. I mean, max efforts, 26-second max efforts. is going to make you finish, well, completely empty. And I did. The interesting thing though is, would I use that on the road? Well, maybe not. The reason they're great for mountain bike specific training is that you're getting used to all that power transfer in the saddle, so you can spurt up little climbs, but getting the most traction as possible, keeping your weight over the rear wheel. Road riding, you can probably do that out the saddle. You're not looking for that extra bit of grip where you don't, because, well, you're riding road, you're not riding loose gravel or dirt. So I don't know if I'd use that, but it's again a really hard session.
Okay, to split the hard days, we're going to have a bit of a base day, 3 hours or so, and we're going to include some nice blocks of tempo at zone 3. You know, it's a bread and butter day for most guys, and we're splitting 2 harder days. The key is, if we're going to add a little bit of mountain bike specificity, we're just going to do some zone 3 blocks working 5 minutes at a lower cadence, so probably 1 gear too hard, 1 gear too high. So we've got probably 80 and 100 revs. The benefit of doing this is just extending that rev range. Sometimes on your road bike, you're always in the right gear. On your mountain bike, you'll quite often find you're overgeared, undergeared, so we just need to work on that rev range a bit in a basic ride.
I'm really braving the weather here. I'm in shorts in a jersey. Luckily I've got my little casquette. Right, now for a little road session. Oh, 2.5 hours long. Right, here we go. Well, it's fair to say that's warmed me up. Little break, and then I've got another 30 minutes changing cadence. Strength work into high cadence work. Right, let's do it. Done, 2.5 hours on the road. It's actually not too bad. I guess that was the most similar to something I would do when I was racing full time. I probably would have done a bit longer though, so I guess that's where we roadies, well, spend most of our time on the road. Hours and hours. But Ollie bet that was a good session, I enjoyed that. Pity about the weather.
So the big differences that Hank's going to find between his training probably when he was a road racer and the mountain bike is the real changes in intensity. So if we look at that mountain bike cross-country effort, you're generally doing a hilly technical time trial, all right? So he's going to spend lots of times going slightly over his threshold power, and then he's slightly below, but he's not going to get full recovery either, so we need to work on that one. And there's lots of accelerations and sprints. So in that respect, if you look at a power file from a mountain bike cross-country race, it won't look too dissimilar to a city centre crit. So there's never any full recovery, but you constantly got these peaks and troughs in power. So we need to make sure we're working on that one. It's not just a steady paced effort. Obviously a big thing as well, not forgetting, it's a technical sport. So we need to make sure that we're working Hank technically, but we need to make sure we're working him at speed. He's obviously got good bike skills already. I've seen some of the previous videos he's done with Donnie on GCN, and we need to make sure that we're really working those skills. So he's dropping into descents when he's breathing hard. There's no point in practicing skills when he's on top of it. He needs to be breathing hard and have his eyes going all over the place as he's dropping into a few drop-offs.
Today's session is again on the dirt, and this time I've got 6 times 2 minute max effort climbs. Yeah, brutal. I mean, you're gonna see a lot of these faces. Ouch. So I've got a first easy, nice trail ride to get there, and then I look at my climb. It's quite a difficult climb. It's around a 2 minute long climb, and then I've got a short, sharp descent, and I'm basically gonna go up and down there 6 times. Yeah, brace yourself. This one's not gonna be pretty. So I've done my little bit of trail riding. Now I'm here to my test descent or mountain or climb. I've got to do this climb 6 times max effort and do the descent. So I guess this is going to test my ability to kind of get the descent done after a max effort, and then yeah, just see how I get on. So to help me with this challenge, I'm riding the Canyon Strive. Now this was lent to me by Blake on GMBN. Now I hope I just do it justice. Pretty cool looking bike, full sus, and 29-inch wheels. To be honest, I don't know an awful lot more, hence why I'm on the road channel, not the mountain bike channel. But anyway, let's hope I can get down and up the hill 6 times. I hope I survive. Yeah. I've got to get down first. Here goes. Woo! Effort's never nice. Next session. Come on. Come on. 6 2-minute max efforts. I'm spent. That's probably the deepest I've gone for a really long time. Probably deeper than I went riding a road bike, I guess, and in the crit. The interesting thing is though, I really do think this kind of training, full gas, power, VO2 max, this stuff, excuse me, really does help when you're riding road races, when you're riding crits. People like Van der Poel, I can understand why they're just so good, because that was brutal. Time for a beer, that was hard work. 6 sessions. Ouch! So my 6 sessions are complete. I just want to say a massive thank you to Pauline and Ollie for helping me set that training program, given it was pretty hard. So what did I find out? Well, I found out that the mountain bike training, and the specific mountain bike training, was definitely more going towards the intensity, the short, sharp efforts, max efforts. And it was actually interesting because my average heart rate on those sessions, on average, was a lot higher than my road sessions. The road sessions I used to do were more done on endurance, working on my FTP power, my functional threshold power, instead of the minute power and the 5-minute power and those VO2 efforts. So that was my first thought. And because I was using a Whoop, I could see the strain on each day was around 15, which is quite similar to the road rides I used to do back in the day. The only difference is, well, the mountain bike sessions were around 2 hours long maximum, and the road sessions I used to do were around 4 hours. But the intensity definitely made up for the lack of hours. Is there crossover? Well, the answer is yes. I mean, you look at likes of Mathieu Van der Poel, Cadel Evans, Peter Sagan, Pauline and Ferrand-Prevot, who have been world class on cross-country mountain bikers and transferred it to the road, and they've come out, well, winning a lot of races. So there is definitely some crossover. Would I use the sessions that I've done in road cycling and put that into my training if I was going back to road racing? The answer is yes. I mean, it would make me a better bike handler. It would increase my VO2 and my short, sharp efforts, so potentially I could have won some races, and hopefully I would have also stopped so many of the crashes. But what do you think? Who trains harder? Let me know in the comment section below. And would you use a mountain biking for some of your training to maybe help your bike handling or your short, sharp VO2 efforts and the shorter efforts? Let me know in that comment section below. Hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, I took 2 bee stings and got wet and broke 2 chains and had to do a 5-mile walk, all to give you this video. So, well, I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next video. I think I need some more training. Oh no! This is probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. Oh gosh! I've got to ride the whole way back, my bum